There, greetings everybody, and welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So here we go. It's Friday. Friday. Yeah, I wished it was Friday. No, it's Thursday night, which means we're here for the Forward Champion. So for those of you who don't know what we do is we have two album battle. So I pick an album. Well, started out picking two albums. One of them wins, he moves forward. That's why it's a Forward Champion, to face another challenger. So last week we had the first time this has actually happened since I had this series. The initial two champion, they won 5 each in a row and then retired both of them. That's what we normally do for the Grand Championship at the end of the year. So if they win 5 in a row, they get retired, they go to the end of the year, and they will all be put in a end of the year battles. So a grand champion. So normally that's what we do, but last week the champion got derailed for the first time since this has happened by the challenger. And it's not really all that much of a surprising, although I've been surprised many times on this episode. I thought for sure this album will win or that album will win, but hasn't happened. I did not think the Black Sabbath album Born Again would beat Led Zeppelin 4, and it did. And I kind of figured it wouldn't beat Stand Up, and it didn't. But it was a bit of a landslide, to be honest. This album pretty much dominated the show, and so it is now it's now the champion, and we have a new challenger. So for those of you who've been following us, I tend to stay in a rotation of progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal. There may come a time where I might throw a pop album in there. I don't know, there's not too many pop albums that really could stand up to a lot of the albums I'm throwing in there, so I haven't been doing that, but generally speaking, that's the rotation I've been sticking to. So this week, since Led Zeppelin was the first band, so I can't figure out which way to hold this, was the first band in the beginning after the retirement of the last Grand Champion. They are a hard rock band, so we're going back to a hard rock band today, and I decided to pick this album, AC/DC's Highway to Hell. Now for me, this is an awesome album, fantastic album. Definitely amongst my favorite AC/DC albums in the Bon Scott era. Huge fan of this. However, this is a prog album and a damn fine album too. I like them both a lot. Not quite sure which one I would pick, but it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. So these are the two albums. Champion, Challenger. So we'll talk about the Champion first. That's normally what I do. I know most people give the Challenger the edge, but not me. Guy made it. He won one. Deserves some kind of break here, right? So Jethro Tull's Stand Up album, their second studio album, I believe it was released in 1970. It says 73 here, but that's a misnomer. That must be a reprint, because I'm pretty sure this was 1970. Yeah, it says 73. I don't get it. Pretty sure it's not. I'm going to keep looking because I don't buy that. Yeah, it doesn't say here. Grace, you think it would be easy to just print the date it was released on it, right? Without having people to have to look for 500 things. Clearly says released in 73. I don't buy it because that would have put it after both Aqualung and Benefit, and I know that is not the case here. So I'm going to say 1970 was the release of this. If anybody differentiates with me or can convince me otherwise, then I will listen. Sorry, I had some friggin' thing in my ear. Okay, so anyway, Stand Up. Great album. New Year's Day. New Day Yesterday. Sorry. Thinking of U2 there for a minute. Anyways, that's a great tune. Jeffrey Goes to Lancaster. Jeffrey's always going somewhere, right? Beret, one of the great instrumentals of Jethro Tull. Back to the Family, another great one. Look into the Sun, fantastic. Nothing is Easy. Of course, Fat Man is the big one on here, and it's fantastic. One of my favorite Tull songs. We Used to Know, Reasons for Waiting, For 1,000 Mothers. Like this, just one great tune after another on this album. And this is, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only Tull album with 4 members. I don't think there's another one like this. I think I may have even said this. I'm getting a deja vu, like I said this on the last album challenge, the last Forward Champion. Anyways, I'm going to look this up because there's only 4 members on this. These 4 guys on the album, and I can't recall there being another Jethro Tull album like that. Anyways, fantastic album. They were just starting to get their own sound now. This was the first album with Martin Barre. Just so good. Challenger. So that was Martin Barre's first album. This was Bon Scott's last album. So this is a rock classic, if ever there was one. This album, I think, sold like about 7 million copies, I think. It's got all of the people on it that you've come to associate with AC/DC's classic era. Angus Young and his brother Malcolm on guitars, Bon Scott on vocals, Phil Rudd on drums, and Cliff Williams on the bass. Ironically, Cliff and Phil have both come back to the band, along with Brian Johnson recently, to really kind of fill out their lineup, like an old style lineup for them again. Anyways, this has, of course, the title track, Highway to Hell, which is the big track on the album. But it's the one track I don't care to hear too much because it's just overkill. They just play it way too much. Girls Got Rhythm. That's such a catchy track. Walk All Over You. Another catchy one. Touch. A touch too much. Oh, yeah. It just makes me want to sing it. Beating Around the Bush. Another good one. Of course, then you've got Shot Down in Flames, which I think may be the best track on the album. Get It Hot. Get It Hot. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's next. If You Want Blood, You've Got It. Love Hungry Man, that is probably my second favorite track on this album. Yeah, I like Shot Down in Flames, Love Hungry Man, Girls Got Rhythm, Walk All Over You. I even like Night Prowler. I shouldn't say I even like it. I do like Night Prowler. Yeah, so this is, to me, one of the best rockin' albums out there. Definitely is going to be a challenge here, but again, it's going to be tough to beat this album. So which one? You tell me, guys, which one is the one you want. I'm going to take my glasses off because it's already foggy enough on this. These late night videos have got to stop. I'm going to have to figure out some way around this because the lighting in here is terrible. I don't like it. And I don't get home. And by the time I get home, it's too dark to make one. So I'm going to have to figure out some way. I may have to do some all in the morning on one day. Or maybe do them in the morning. It's not really easy to do that, though. However, we'll see. So anyways, back to this. Which one? The champ, which is the new champ, which is Jethro Tull's Stand Up, or the challenger, which is AC/DC's Highway to Hell. Anyways, either way, they're both great albums. So don't forget, you got to put your vote in the comment section below. No vote, I can't count anything if nothing's on there. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. The more likes I get, the more I know that you liked it. I generally look at the likes more than anything else, because if I don't get any likes on a video, I say, well, there's no point in doing any more like that. Maybe I should try something different. That's generally how I feel about it. Get a lot of likes, that means that people must like that style of video, so I try to find stuff that's comparable. Anyways, and then hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. And we will be back next Thursday with another Forward Champion. So you tell me, will AC/DC be getting its first championship bout next week? Or will Jethro Tull make it its second in a row? Take care and have a good day. Bye.